Hey, Alex Mitts here, back with another Camtasia quick tip. Today I want to talk about restoring media, and the first thing I'm going to do is drop in a piece of media into my media bin from Pexels. Something easy, something quick, and something free. I'm going to bring up my track height a little bit and zoom in to make this easier to work with. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom animation here to zoom in on this person. In this rainy scenery, it seems like this one person is the one constant in the whole scene. So let's zoom in on them. Shift A will create a custom animation. And I'm going to use Control Shift to scroll and use my scroll wheel to zoom in on this person. That will change the properties of this video and my second keyframe. So my first keyframe is its original set of properties, and my second keyframe is now my zoomed in bit. Now notice here, my first keyframe, my properties are all really round numbers. My scale is at 100%, my opacity is at 100%, everything else is at 0, and it's a 1920 by 1080 video, pretty standard. And so then that second keyframe is basically just my modified set of properties, and the animation takes care of all the easing and tweening for me. Now I have a couple of ways to bring this back to normal if I want to go back to the whole scene. I can create another custom animation, and I can zoom back out if I want to. Actually, the only real property that's changed here is my scale, so I could just bring this back to 100, and it kind of brings things back to normal. Another thing I can do is I can right-click and scale to fit, because the only thing I've done is change the scale. Other things that I can do would also include taking my first keyframe here and right-clicking and copying the properties, and then going to my last keyframe, clicking out into that media item and pasting those properties. That basically creates a mirror image of keyframe 4 versus keyframe 1. But there's another really handy one that I don't use as often as I should, and I think now I'm going to start using it more often. I'm going to delete this second animation to show you what I'm talking about. It's called the restore animation. To get to your animations pane, just simply press A on your keyboard as the shortcut, and I'm going to drop in a restore animation here. And it does the same thing that all other animations do. I can extend or contract the length. I can right-click and choose how I want it to ease. But basically what happens is it's an undo button for your first animation. So my first animation starts here, zooms in, and then this basically reverses it. It'll zoom it back out. No extra property management required, no custom animations. It's just simply a Control-Z for your first animation. And to show you that that's true and not, well, hey, why does it just bring it back to these nicely round numbers? Does it bring it back to 100 and zeros across the board? It does not. It actually literally undoes your last animation. Let's delete. Let's delete this as well. Let's get crazy. Let's destroy the properties here on this video clip. I'm going to hold Alt on my keyboard and start cropping things in weird ways. It's no longer 1920 by 1080. And we're going to offset the position a bit, and let's play with the axis a little. Okay, cool. So now we have a really weird video clip. I'm going to create a custom animation. Starting point is this weirdness. Ending point, let's also make it weird. Let's bring it up. Let's play with the X a bit, maybe the Z. Bring the opacity down. And we're good. So we have this really strange animation that we would never use in real life. But for demonstration purposes, that's what happened. I'm going to drop in restore. And to prove a point, it's not going to bring it back to its cool 1920 by 1080. It's really going to bring it back to this first keyframe. Let's see what that looks like. Crazy flip. And then undo. And for extra posterity, I guess, I'm going to click this last keyframe. Notice my properties here, 100, 100, 0, minus 228, 0, minus 424.6, minus 14. Take note, if I go click my keyframe here, obviously different, same as this keyframe, but I want you to notice the keyframe 1, the properties are the same as keyframe 4. So it didn't restore to its original pristine 1920 by 1080 as it came out of the media bin. It literally undid the animation. Very cool, a lot easier than scale to fit, which does not do the same thing, a lot easier than creating a custom animation to bring it back by copying and pasting properties. This is just a really great way to undo the last thing you did and save you lots of time when developing video. I hope that helps, and I'll catch you in the next one.